Hello everyone and welcome back. We have a list for you today. This is an old-fashioned launch Twitter randomly at night and then see a random deck that I have no idea who made it. They just said, wow, I saw this deck do well in a challenge and this is what it was. And it just like kind of was a thread where somebody made it. It wasn't me, that's for sure, but somebody made this deck and it's really cool. So what is the main principle of this deck? And that is to play kind of the lower to the ground creatures like you would in like Jeskai Convoke, for example, or what was initially known as Boros Convoke, where you play like a Warden and Novice and you kind of scry with this, or a Spyglass Siren, kind of scry and everything like that and get a little bit of value here. Mockingbird to copy anything you necessarily need. And play something like a Bunnicorn that grows infinitely off this. Not infinitely, but you know what I mean. This Bunnicorn's power and toughness equal to the number of non-land permanents you control, and this makes a ton of them on their own, and Mockingbird then makes more. Or you can have Mockingbird become a copy of Bunnicorn itself, and then you can just have two of these little goofs eating leaves around, you know what I'm saying? With that said, we get kind of into the backbone of the deck and kind of the back end of the deck here, and that's to get value off of our tokens that we're making, or just using the best cards in terms of dealing with aggro. Being Sheltered by Ghosts, this can be attached to a creature you control and exiles a non-land permanent an opponent controls until the sheltered leaves. So typically that means until your creature dies. And then it gets a 1/0 and it has lifelink and ward. This goes really well when attached to something like a Bunnicorn, for example, because then, you know, it's a massive creature with lifelink. Or we can also use this card, Zoetic Glyph. This is an enchant artifact. Funnily enough, we make a lot of those sometimes. So this is going to equip onto an artifact, and then it becomes a 5/4 in addition to other types. And whenever this gets put into the graveyard, so for example, when that creature dies, we get to discover 3, which is exile top cards of our library until we hit something with CMC 3 or less that's not a land, and then we can cast that card for free. Sometimes it's another glyph, and that's very cool. Sometimes it's Sheltered by Ghost, which is also cool. So with that said, we get to play the spiciest card in our entire list, being Leyline Axe. This is a card that works like all other ley lines, and if it's in your opener, you can begin the game with it in play. So there's no way to really interact with that. It just appears on the battlefield as you do playing the game. You're just one card short, obviously. But Leyline, it enters battlefield, equips the creature, has the 1/1, and has double strike and trample, which seems like a weird kind of cost, especially when you have an equip 3. But it's actually worked out quite well. It worked a lot better than I thought it was going to personally, because of the fact that, like, well, now if we have one of these and we play like a Warden, now we can start scrying a lot easier. Whenever we just equip this to a smaller creature or a Warden, it just becomes a much bigger threat. And then we also have a free target for the glyphs, so we don't have to play necessarily like worse 1-drops just to make the artifacts or something like that, or play more mana bases to get more artifacts in. We can just attach this to this. And somewhere in this video, I have a Leyline Axe attacking with the Leyline Axe attached to it, which is the weirdest thing I thought I would do in Magic today. A glyph was on a Leyline Axe, and then I equipped a Leyline Axe to that glyphed creature that was a Leyline Axe. So that's something. So that was cool. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and dive into games. I hope you all enjoy them today. And if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. It truly helps out the channel a ton. And let's just go out there and axe some people. Alright, we go first. Sheltered by Ghost will be online. Having 3 Spyglass Sirens in the opener is something, for sure. We'll keep, though. Play Island, let's play the Siren. It keeps possibilities open. Hide Slight, we might play Sheltered by Ghost or something. Who knows? What do we have? We up against Boros, maybe? Or Boros Control, which will be a fun way to start today. The most exciting, if you would. Let's play Inspector. Play Siren. Get them all down. Yep. Then I'll just attack, and then we'll hope to never get temporary lockdown. Definitely could happen. Best lockdown of all time. A Boros Burn. I'd actually be happy to see that match up here with Sheltered by Ghost. Oh, you are. Okay. You're holding up that protection spell? That's okay with me, big dog. It's okay with me for now. For now, I'll allow it. Where's this one? Why? Do I give it protection now? Obviously, I'm trolling. But who knows? Maybe I'm having a good time. Let's target Siren. Maybe they'll commit next turn, and then we can shelter by ghost the creature. Oh, the glyph on top is pretty cool. We'll keep it there. I mean, what am I doing if I'm not keeping the glyph on top? You know what I'm saying? I think having a... Maybe they'll play it just to kill my creature. I don't know. Which I think would be like a bad play overall, but who knows? A monstrous rage here. Okay. Yeah, they have a crazy hand, or that's just like a weird play. I guess you could just like want to put a counter on it, right? But one of the reasons I attacked regardless is like once it's got trample, it doesn't really matter. Let's force him to maybe cast a spell here. No, holding it up. Here. Oh boy. With this. This is the worst part about playing against like this deck is just they're just gonna hold up protection forever. And I mean forever, dude. There's not really a whole lot I can do about it. I can just like cast a shelter by ghost and get it blown out. If that's where I'm really at. Or I can rely on them to make a bad play. When I put shelter by ghost on the stack, they just cast it first. That'd be sick. Okay, well, they used their white mana to give that flying. You don't have another white mana, do you? Oh boy, I hope not. Alright. 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 Or they do something like that, team, and then we're good. I'm gonna do it on this. It's a 5/4. It's pretty well protected. That's mine now. I love him. Might be this map on this creature. Gonna be a not as big as I would like life flicker. Be careful how we tap here. If they pump this on a block and kill it, I still gain my life. Their creature dies and this gets reset to 1. Go to 5. I go to 18. I tell them to figure it out. I don't know. Worst case scenario, if they present something that's so threatening and lethal, I can always crack this clue and then my glyphs will flip. And we can figure something out. They play their own shelter by ghost. Okay. What would you like to target? Because again, if they target my map, it doesn't do anything. Alright, play the land for turn. Because of course they had to. Okay. Ward. Pay the ward. I'm going to lose this anyway, permanently, so I sacrifice it. So I get the glyph trigger. I hit a shelter by ghost back. Huh. Huh. Interesting. I still have a draw. This shelter by ghost doesn't do anything. Actually, it takes lifelink away. Is that important enough? This is 3 to equip. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's just so close. Should I take the creature or should I take the shelter by ghost? I think I just take the shelter. Take the life gain away. Also makes the creature smaller. Which is cool. And they're like now 1 away from lethal. It is a bit dangerous because they can't kill it and then, you know, shelter by ghost happens. Things and places and stuff. But, you know, it's fine. I'm under the impression that I should play this as 3. Then I should play this as 2. And I can put the Mockingbird on the Steel Seraph. And my opponent says, I've had enough. I'm the aggro deck. I didn't get to aggro. What happened? But I'm keeping it, dude. You ain't convincing me not to keep that. Confusion is right. Yeah, wait. This might be the might be the perfect opponent. Oh no. You're disgusting. Oh, your blue-white control. That's so depressing. No land, please. I have ley lines. I'm attempting to ley line stuff. My creature's so dead. We'll see. Who knows? Okay. Interesting timing for that, but sure. I guess. There's not really a reason not to, right? So I can just equip an axe to it next turn. If that's the case. They play another tap land. Temporary lockdown is possible, but not really likely. Who knows? Who knows? Honestly, I kind of just want to equip an axe and hit him. It's only 4 damage, but, you know, it's better than no damage. We're in there. I'm going to get Elspeth's Smite, maybe? Or they're holding a No More Lies. They can't do anything. Or deduce. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Do I love control gamers. Actually, I don't mind control, just sometimes, like, all the stops on Arena get kind of annoying. But there's not really a whole lot Arena can do about it, because if they have a response, they have a response. Yeah. It's like one of those situations. Alright, I'll allow you to normalize this. No? Okay. Wait a second, man. Maybe you'll answer that? No? Okay. I'll scry. I'll take a little look-see. I'll put that one on bottom. I feel like Shelter by Ghost isn't really doing us a whole lot here. And then, you never know. I might play one of these. I might play one of these on one of those. I got Day of Judgment for a 2-3. Somebody send help. Do I just attack with this? Like, what do I do? I'd like to attack them now, but like if I'm not doing anything, then what am I doing, you know? If I play this and I activate a map on it, do you think they'll sunfall me? Maybe. That's definitely possible. Oh, we don't want that. I'd much rather just like get cards out of the way here. Yeah, like hitting a land there is not like the worst. Just because it moves the card. I'm not going to draw the land, this specific one, next turn, you know? What's the plan? There's a demo field, so the attacking with the Anchorage would have been a sad day. Land. I will check how this works. I actually don't know. This is an artifact, so... Yeah, you're just the meanest person, dude. Let me have my fun. Oh, they tap out even. Okay. I'll equip this. I guess. I don't know. Lifelink matter? Vigilance probably doesn't matter. I'll gain 10. Sure. We hit him for a bit. The axe randomly coming in clutch. And one more land means we can hit them for 4. They're like, oh, I guess I have to sunfall here, smile. Or I'll just put another axe on it and they'll get triple strike, right? That's how that works. Update. That's not how that works. They plus, they minus. They're looking to draw? I guess they're still dead if they plus on it, right? Still like 6? It's 3 double strike. What we have, another Day of Judgment, maybe? Yes, maybe? Oh. Will you win the video game? Huh? Oh, okay. Exactly 4, but I'll make it worse for you. I had the answer anyway. Maybe I'll forget to attack. Who knows? And we win. Very cool. Confusion is probably confused on what they just played against. Because as much as I've seen this on Twitter, I've not seen it a time in best of 1 standard. Leyline. Ready to go. We just have like a tempo hand with like really bad payoffs. Yeah, we'll keep. Play a little siren here. We are on the play. Ooh. That banner? Is that what that card is? There's a swamp. Okay, well, we have a little bit more payoffs. Back with one. Okay, a nap. Play this. And we'll do a little dry action here. An island can go to the bottom. No 3-mana card that I really need to catch right now. Okay, I lied. Every time, bro. Every time. We don't lose like combat damage here, so we might as well scry. Unless they have something and then we lose one point of combat damage, which does sometimes matter, but it's not necessarily the end of the world. So we've played 2 swamps, a Mirrex, and nothing. Okay. That one. It has a stun counter on it. It's not going anywhere. What if I just glyph this thing and hit him really hard? I feel like that's a good idea. Yeah, down to 3. Go ahead. This thing also has vigilance. And if they put anything in front of us that matters, we just drowner it out. Now, honestly, was Glyph a bad play? Maybe. If they had 4 mana already and they're about to play their 5th land, I wouldn't play it because we have to worry about like Deadly Cover-Up, Gix Command, things like that. But because we were where we were and they were only going to play their 4th land next turn, I don't know of a card. Yeah, because that doesn't do it. It's like based on permanence in graveyard. I don't know of a card that kills our entire board, and especially like this 5/4 along with this 3/4. That we couldn't just like get lethal regardless next turn. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't know. I've learned something. Put them in. Put them in. If it's not 1, it's 2. Landware Elves. I'm scared. I'm actually horrified. If they're just Elfball, it's definitely possible. There's a lot of creators that have made Elfball decks. Elfball, if you're unaware. After I just talked about how creators made a bunch of Elfball decks. If you're not aware of what Elfball is, basically it's a deck that focuses entirely around putting a lot of elves in play, and then having like an Arch Druid makes a ton of mana, and then you play a big payoff. Let's get this out of the road, and then let us just attack here. I don't think there's really a whole lot of other reasons to do anything else. Yeah, that one. And that one honestly should have been the one we waited for, but they didn't play it immediately, which kind of shocked me. So I was more like, I just want to see how this works. I think it's just a 5/4. Yeah. We're swinging for a ton here, and then I'll just equip the sword next turn, which I could potentially give this flying. Alright. So now this makes 4 mana. They have 5 mana, 6, 7 mana. And then the payoff is like Tyvar. I should have known there were elves with Force of Will is their name. Elves is like a bit of an older deck than it is today. So a whole lot of nothing is what I just saw happen. Okay. So what if I equipped a Leyline Axe with a Leyline Axe? You know what I mean? Can we do that? Is that possible? Is that a thing I can do? Okay. I'm going to equip the Leyline Axe with the Leyline Axe. And I'm dude, they weren't even dead. Oh, man. That's funny. I'm going to equip the Leyline Axe with the Leyline Axe, and I'm going to swing it at you. You're like, that's not legal. I said, no. My Leyline Axe is now a creature. Oh, are these lords? No. They had a lord in play. Quite a few blockers. They actually could technically take out my creature if they wanted to. It would cost a lot, but that's the problem with Elfball sometimes. If you lose too many elves, you just can't do anything. Okay. Well, I somehow did that. I will keep. I looked over. I deleted my webcam, so I don't know where my cards go. And now my webcam being off balance is actually going to bother me a lot. So we'll figure that out here in a bit. I don't know. It's way too large right now, but I think I messed it up and I have to redo it. Matter of fact, I'm pretty positive I messed it up and I'm going to have to redo it. Oh, we missed out on 1 damage, but I think scrying here is more important. Steel Seraph is like okay. I'd rather not put another land on top for right now. Like I think actually having action. The webcam's so big and it's making me mad. Okay. I'll go to combat. I'll attack. The reason we're attacking here is so we can play our Steel Seraph so they can't counter me. Sure. Play Steel Seraph. I can also just equip the Leyline. How many of these effects will they have? Too many? Probably. I don't know. Am I allowed to do this? Did it tap the creature? No. Exile target creature? Oh, man. We have a gamer in play. Sweet. I'm all for that. These ones doesn't matter too much, I guess. I mean, if Wandering Emperor was still legal, I'd worry about it, but... Wow, my webcam's large. I know. It's like... I know it is right now, but... Yeah, dude, it's so big. Oh, I messed it up, bro. Why did I do that? Guess, go to combat. I have a sneaky suspicion that they're going to Sunfall me next turn, so I'm not putting more creatures in play. As surprising as that may be. Deuce. It's the deuce. Alright, I have to shrink this a little. Dude, my webcam's way too large. I locked it. I can't change it right now. Oh no, it's just getting worse. Oh no, it's just worse. The Day of Judgment, me. Brutal. A brutal time. Glyph here. This is combat, hit for 5. And then I guess, like, playing the creature that can draw me cards is good. I don't know. We'll see. Alright. Okay. Attempt to do this for like, I don't know, 3rd or 4th time it feels. This is technically lethal. It's not like I'm giving up lethal to do this. Okay. You have another knot on my watch? Of course you do. This is an artifact. Creature. Things. I don't know. You gonna blow up the glyph? Okay. Interesting deck you have there, dog. What do we play? Like, just if it attacks me, I exile it. Like, what are we playing? I don't know, man. We could technically kill them here, and they tapped out, so maybe they have another 1 mana exile thing. Map. Okay, you concede to the 1/1. All right, if you're looking to strat, like if you're looking to like fight up. Don't concede to a 1/1. That doesn't make any sense. Like, all right, well, my webcam broke. This is where our size is now. I don't even know if it's the same. It looks a little bit larger, but I might just be tweaking. We're gonna keep. I'm gonna put this Leyline in play, and I'm gonna play a Warden of the Sky into domain, and then throw up. Oh, nice me, dude. Hold on, I have a dog for this. I'm busy gaming, and you're playing domain. So you hate when people play video games against you. I know how you work. I know your game plan. I'm gonna actually play a Bunnicorn, because Bunnicorn seems better here. And then we're gonna scry. We missed out on 1. I'm gonna get hit with the temporary lockdown anyway, so like, what's that matter? You know what I mean? I guess I'll put you on bottom. I don't lose my axe. That's the cool part. Oh no! Oh, it's a heap harvest. Okay, I'm just gonna get Sunfall next turn. That's okay. That's okay. I'm perfectly okay with that. Let's equip the axe to this thing, I guess, and then just like, I don't know, slug them for a ton. Seems like a pretty good option to not put more creatures into the battlefield against a Sunfall, but who am I to say? Ooh, ill-time explosion. Interesting. That's only 3. Which is enough because my creature dies. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting indeed, I say. Play Steel Seraph. Play a Novice Inspector. This is probably the Roxanne deck then, if I had to guess. I suppose. Nothing I can think of. Ill-time explosion isn't typically played in like normal domains, but did we just stop ill-timing me, bruh? Oh, like. Well, okay. That one's a bit overkill, huh? 6? Oh, okay. What are we grabbing? Oh, okay. So if I do this correctly, and I play an Inspector into a Steel Seraph, and they cast that, and they don't really do anything, I might be able to kill them. But I might be able to. Probably cannot kill them. Fun. Lifelink. Maybe they'll have the 3rd ill-time explosion. Who knows? Alright, well there's tap land. Check mark number 1. Is check mark number 2 Overlord being played? It is. Okay. Okay. They have a binding. Disgusting. Here. Oh no, not a leyline binding. Whatever will I do? Here. Life. Turn. We'll just draw in there in step, maybe. Okay. Oh, scary. That's the 3rd one of those. Okay. Another land. Maybe another binding inbound. Who knows? There's Sunfall, so I mean we have chances, I guess. Oh, another big axe. I like to play my pickaxe. Hashtag Steve from Minecraft. I'm gonna just put things down and play. They can interact with me if they want to or not. Yeah, that's fine. Bunnicorn gets larger, so that's pretty cool. I sacked that. This is still tapped. Alright, will Domain do what Domain does? And either draw the best card in their deck or the worst card in their deck. It's possible for both. It feels like another binding is sticking there, or it get lost. Obviously we're not gonna throw anything on this Bunnicorn, this Veil there. Leave on top, which actually sucks. It's actually worse for us. Another axe, brother? I don't need more axes. Huh. Maybe we attempt to equip? Just don't put it on the bigger creature. We don't necessarily have to here. There's a combat. Attack. Wow, they had nothing. They had air. Okay. This is why you don't. That's why you don't concede when it potentially seems like they may or may not have something. Because sometimes they just don't. And just like that, we're in gold 1, playing this deck from gold 4. All right, so here we are with the what I called Whip and Rip. I don't know why I called it that, but sure, it's not like a vehicle deck. I just think it's funny to play this because you make tokens and you put this on it, and then they just start attacking, which is really funny to me. But yeah, this deck played better than I thought, and it's definitely a lot more threatening than what I thought. There's only a couple of things where I almost want to play other cards, and one of the cards that comes to mind over like maybe even a Bunnicorn, because I understand Bunnicorn's like really good, but like I think playing this card seems sick. When this or another cat you control enters, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to that creature. Obviously, we don't have a ton of equipment, and this is just a generic 2/2 at a time. But if we do put a Leyline in play and we do cast this, we just get to equip that Leyline for free, and then immediately this is a 3/3 double striker, which if I have maps in play, can become like a lot more threatening than what I think the Bunnicorn potentially is, because it does also get trample, so it's a little bit weird. And then you can like follow it by sheltered, you can follow it by Steel Seraph, give that thing lifelink and things like that. It feels like Kimba has like a better kind of like upside when it comes to just like jumping in here, but I'm unsure. I would assume it was tested when it was constructed, and again, this is another list that I found that I have no idea who actually made the list. It was a situation where like I was on Twitter and it's like, wow, this list was way cooler than I expected. I can't believe they built it. And then I just like couldn't follow the thread all the way back to who made the actual list. But regardless, it's super cool, super dope. It's definitely a interesting take on what standard is right now. I think one of the backbones of the deck is Sheltered by Ghost, because this card is just so phenomenal. Being able to make like anything a kind of exile effect and a more of a threat against like the aggro decks. This card is single-handedly the one that beats them. And then just being able to put it on something annoying like a glyph creature, because then it's like a 6/4 and then like now it has Warden, it's a token, and like go for the throw can't necessarily get it because it's an artifact creature if it's on an artifact, so it just gets really awkward overall. So with that said, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'm out of time and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching and goodbye.